Good evening and welcome to Plough Lange for our, I forgot already, Spike, it's the EFL trophy, isn't it? The Bristol Motors.
Street Motors.
Yeah, we'll get used to that. Obviously, new sponsors this season. Welcome aboard. As you can see, we're joined by Ryan Johnson. Good evening.
Good evening, lads.
Mr. Aaron Paul.
Hello.
And Spike Gooding. Yeah, you right?
Yeah,
Spike's going to join us today because we basically, well, we didn't have
no one else wanted to
we
do
didn't
it.
have a full team, as you can see. So let's go through to the starting lineup. Here we go. So a much changed team. So Zanev in goal, back four, Vogandiri, Lee Brown, Callum Bailey and Jack Curry. James Ball, Lakin in midfield. James Tiddy, Omar Begill, Josh Davison and Aaron Sassu. Not bad. So it's quite an interesting team lineup.
Yeah, it's very strong to be fair. And obviously mentioned to PK coming back, first game back, it's good to see, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the game, sitting there and watching it.
And obviously from our goalkeeper union, we've got Ryan Sanford on the bench. Who,
The Colonel.
What a guy. What a guy.
The Colonel. Are you a fan?
No, I really like him as a guy, yeah. We get on quite well, actually. He's quite friendly and he's quite gentle, good guy, man.
Gentle?
Yeah, he's a gentle guy. I think so.
You're a gentle guy. I love you, John.
I'm the only one, yeah.
I've got to say, he told a brilliant story on the official podcast about him and somebody he skept as a kid. Did he find a grenade once?
hand grenade.
He found a hand grenade once as a child. Go on to the official podcast, available on iTunes, on Spotify and on Acast.
Nice plug.
And he tells that story brilliantly. Just on this lineup, by the way, I know we're sort of looking at it as like a standard 4-4-2 with Ball and Lake in the middle, Tilly and Sassu on the wings. I'd love to see a 4-2-4 when we're dominating. See the back four, Ball and Lake in the middle, and then a front four of Tilly, Begill, Davidson and Sassu. It gives them the opportunity to open up their legs a bit tonight. Yes, it's Crystal Palace under 21s. No, we don't really want to be playing. We want to play senior teams, don't we, in this competition? We understand that. But you can only beat who's put in front of you. And that is a very strong team from Johnny Jackson.
Definitely. So, thing on the bench is Myler, Joe Lewis, Jennings, Alan Reeves, Ali Al-Hamadi, and King. I've forgotten his first. I thought his first. Yes, from U team. So, let's go through how we're going to line up. Spike. I'm guessing this will be how we go. Right, do you think we'll go that way in terms of Brown as centre half? Canabai going there. I'm guessing that's how we probably will go.
Yeah.
Midfield looks okay, and to be fair, like you say, it could be a 4-2-4 quite easy, couldn't it, with Omar? I have to say, what's he like playing against in training, Omar Begill?
Well, I've said numerous times since I've joined, I've had a few fights with him when I played against him. So, I don't think he liked me just as much as I didn't like him at the start. But off the pitch, is a complete contrast, to be fair. But yeah, on the pitch, as you said, he's a nuisance, horrible to play against, always in your face. It's a class act.
One thing you've got to say about Omar is he's got this attitude about him, a positive, winning attitude. I know people are criticising him, and they have been criticising him, and they've been talking about him shouting at other players at points. But for me, that is someone who's a leader, who's stepping up, and look, he's played a lot of league football, and it can only benefit someone younger seeing him step up and go, right, guys, that wasn't good enough. We need to be better.
Yeah. The lads talk about it. It's a way of communicating, and obviously sometimes in the heat of the game, you can't get a message across the way sometimes you'd like to, and as you said, you can see him sometimes a bit more animated than he probably would be in normal circumstances. But as you said, it's up to the players and their characteristics if they can respond to that in the correct way. And to be fair, the lads are like that. They can rally around it, and they understand that it's not personal. It's about making the team better and winning. Exactly.
Have you tried his sunflower seeds yet?
I have, yeah. I have.
Thoughts?
You know what? The taste isn't too bad, but it's too much messing around for me. You can mess around for about 10 seconds and you eat
I
it for
think
about
you
one.
say them and swallow it, but you don't. It's all
you need
I
to
made
try
that
it.
mistake the first time.
Did you? That's
It's
good.
like living with a parrot. Imagine a bottom of a bird's cage. Absolutely rank. One other thing about him, he is genuinely a lovely guy, Omar. You want to talk about people who are gentle. I don't like using the word gentle in this situation, but he is a gentle guy, or a gentle man even. His relationship with Ali on and off the pitch is blossoming into a really good friendship. But a few people have started remarking that they could be father and son.
Well, yeah, I think there's been a few times to get mistaken for each other around the training ground, but they're amazing together, and I think they've got a real understanding now of how each other plays. You can see that, when Omar drops in, Ali's going long or vice versa. They've got a real understanding, and long may it continue to.
Should we go into Cheltenham highlights very quickly and have a look at how we our goal fest on the weekend?
See Wimbledon with plenty forward in support of the attack here. It's helped on towards the run of Al-Hamadi. It opens up for him, and that's a really smart finish. Ali Al-Hamadi puts AFC Wimbledon into the lead midway through the first half here. Made that one count. Evans, great footwork from him. That's a lovely way to pass as well for Tilly on the charge. Just gets his toe to it first and just gets enough on it to double the Dons' lead right at the end of the first half. Tilly. Evans seeing plenty of it. Cheltenham Town in some trouble here. Out as far as Little to have a go. That's some hit from Armani Little. He's unlucky. Frame of the goal still rattling. There's a deep one. There's plenty of height on it as well. Hasn't really been dealt with. It's Tilly. It's 3-0. Caught it sweetly. His second goal of the game. Settle the issue. Forward again here for AFC Wimbledon. There is no respite from them. Little again, his effort blocked. And then in from Davidson, deflected in. It's 4-0. He's only been on for 3 minutes. Space for Lemonhay Evans to head into the last 20 minutes of the match. One-sided stuff this. Lemonhay Evans again. That might just be the pick of the bunch. 5-0. Super straight. Their last couple of games without a win in 5 in the league. AFC Wimbledon, different story today. Bit of defending to do here, but look, Oyedeji, that's blocked and it's in by Rob Street. And barely really even merits a celebration. One back though for the Robins. There's Tilly on the hat-trick. Oh, he was close. He was very close. Town pressing and probing to the conclusion. In fairness, despite what has gone before, Aidan Keener goes down. That'll be a penalty. Referee Ross Joyce points to the spot. Chance for another one back. So Keener, having won it, will take it. So, and he hits the post with it. That one is not going to count when it comes back to him.
In victory against a team from the league above. What's your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I think you're right. Stunning victory. Complete all-round performance, tough opposition. You know, they've had their struggles this season, but you know, they came here in good form. They're obviously from the league higher, so to do a job on them like we did, to create as much as we did, I think the way we played today would have caused problems for anyone. So to score 5, I think we could have had easy a few more. Certainly should have had a few more. And to limit them to what we did. I know they got the goal at the end, but we really did shut them out for long periods. So, when you're looking defensively and offensively, I think that's as good as it gets.
Yeah, and the goal spread about a bit as well, and of course another substitute coming on and scoring with basically their first touch, Josh Davis.
Yeah, no, pleased for Josh because he's had to be patient, he's had to bide his time, and his opportunities have been limited. And what you want from lads is when they do get them, and it might be 10 minutes, a bit longer today, half an hour, but you got to impact the game. And I thought even before he got the goal, he'd impacted it. He'd come on, he'd won headers, put himself about, got his chance, and took it really well. He had a couple more. He's laid some on for other lads. So some great goals today as well. I think the quality of the goals, the way the different types of goals. Stunning one from Connor, Ali getting in behind, and I forgot the others, to be honest. There was quite a few, weren't there? But
And welcome back. 5-star display at home to Cheltenham, and we have been drawn in the second round to the lowest placed team in the competition, Ramsgate, which will be here the week commencing first week in December, I believe, isn't it? 2nd December on that. And you can see we're joined by Ryan Johnson. Any questions, be nice, chuck them through, and we will spend them to Ryan. We'll vet them first, of course.
John, I've got to ask you, Paul Callenby is back in the starting 11 tonight. Look, we know that he's had real troubles with injury. On his day, he's a real athletic presence at the back. Is it hard trying to help someone who could potentially take your position in the team back to fitness?
Well, it's about the team. So at the end of the day, we've all got a goal that we want to achieve at the end of the season, and whoever's out there, they've got a job to do. So I think whether it's PK and Piercy pushing me and Joe, or it's the other way around, or whoever it is and whoever's got the shirt, like at the end of the day, competition's healthy. So we all understand that, and to be fair, we have got a very, very good relationship with all the centre backs. And I have to mention Piercy as well, along with PK. They've both been brilliant with me and Joe, and like it just creates a really good bond, and I think that shows on the pitch and off the pitch, and as I said, it's massively important.
Got to talk about a birthday boy as well. Isaac Oppendeer celebrated his birthday yesterday. Bless him. He is another really lovely lad. He's slotted in so well. I know there was a lot of concern about the white back berth earlier in the season, but wow, what a mature head now. It's growing on some young shoulders, and another fantastic player to come out of the academy. He's a great lad. What's he like to be around in training?
Yeah, he's a good lad, to be fair. There's a lot of banter flying with Vox. He's a good character, and he takes it well. And as you said, he is quite mature for his age, and you can see that on the pitch. Obviously, he's been growing with confidence throughout the season, and I hope that progression continues.
Despite we were just saying, obviously we've just seen the 5 goals there from Saturday. James Tiddy's second goal was quite interesting, wasn't it? In terms of,
I really liked it.
It took for ages to go in.
Yeah. The second goal he scored.
Goal, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, the first goal he scored was
first
from
goal he
Lemonade,
scored.
yes.
The second goal he scored was great. It was like a sort of you just drive. When you're golfing and you just drive it and it bounces and bounces, kind of like that. But the first one, yeah. I don't know where you presumably were sitting up.
Yeah, I caught the second one. I was literally right behind it, and it was a good one to watch. To be fair, you see, like literally cut straight through the middle of them, and as you said, a bit of a daisy cutter, weren't it? I just skimmed across the grass, so yeah, it was good.
And we were saying while we were watching that, you were upstairs on the top floor. Say top floor, sounds like a supermarket, doesn't it?
The penthouse suite.
The penthouse suite.
Yeah.
But you were saying how different the game looks up there. You can probably see now why managers do actually sit in a raised position, can't you?
Yeah, and why everyone has an opinion on the game, because they get to see the best seat in the house. So
you can pick up passes.
Yeah,
it's so easy up there.
Everyone can play up there. Yeah. And it's good though to watch it from up there sometimes, because you realise sometimes you might have a bit more space in a certain situation, and see different things on the pitch that you wouldn't necessarily see when you're down there. So
do you get fed information? So obviously we have someone up there all the time, don't we? Do you ever get fed information in terms of tactically whilst you're in the game, obviously from the touchline? What's communication channels like?
Yeah, obviously you can see when the gaffer's up there and he's giving his instructions. Sometimes it's hard to receive them, but maybe he might pass it to JC who's there closest,
yep.
And then pass it through, or it might be just been a thing of break and play, and we can get there when we're having a drink. There's a few options, a few ways. Some are more discreet than others.
Remember, if it's paper, always eat the note. Yeah. Don't ever let it go, because someone's going to follow it. You're going to have a problem.
Or just look over your shoulder. Have you seen?
Yeah, you've seen a few, haven't you, on gone viral when lads are reading it and you've got some over the corner.
There's a covert way to do it. Remember Marcos Rojo was handed a banana by Jose Mourinho once?
Yeah.
Jose Mourinho had actually peeled the banana. Why not just write on the banana skin and just give him the banana?
I haven't heard that one too.
Feels like that's more hassle than it's worth, right?
What's wrong with that? At least you're getting a bit of potassium as well.
Yeah, a little bit of fuel.
That's it. John, how have you settled into life in South London, mate?
I was literally talking about this yesterday. I've loved it. I really have enjoyed it. I'm living in Surrey, so it's a really nice quiet part of the world. And it gives us a chance to. I was living in Manchester last year, and it's a bit hectic there. I was living in the city centre, so I think it's a bit of a contrast. It's one that I've enjoyed and one that I've relished. Really, I like going for country walks. I'm a little bit boring, so I like going for country walks on a Sunday and that. And yeah, it's perfect for me at the moment. Obviously, like I'm enjoying playing for the Wimbledon, and yeah, can't complain.
How have you found it playing? Sorry, go on, sorry.
Have you got like a carpool or anything?
Ali lives around the corner from me, so I brought Ali in. I brought Ali in today. Yeah, we live literally so close to each other, so we see him quite regularly.
Nice.
Who plays the tunes?
Well, whoever's driving, to be fair. Like we have pretty similar music taste, so it's just me at the moment.
What's on the radio?
I'm on the decks.
What are you playing?
We talk about this. We like a little bit of everything. To be fair, I'm a reggae fan. I love reggae. So there's reggae, a bit of R&B. Yeah.
And the official Airtea podcast available on iTunes, Spotify, Acast, and wherever you get your podcast.
No, you listen to that as soon as it comes out. That's on as soon as it comes out.
He's subscribed.
I'm on there.
On every app.
We haven't got John Owen yet, but just talk about the goalkeepers union and the defence centre halves union. We were saying goalkeepers stick together, so centre halves you stick together. Then in terms of Cannon Baye, Joe Lewis.
Definitely, like you don't really talk about that, do we? When football, it's always a goalkeepers union, but like you get little groups all over the pitch, and as you said, we talked about Omar and Ali. There's a combination that we've talked about, but yeah, there's ones at the back, there's ones all over the pitch. You got Marnes and Reeves, and even with Borley and Chaz in there as well. Like there is a really good group at the moment, and you can see little groups forming and relationships on the pitch and off the pitch.
What's the group mentality been like? Look, a couple of really tough defeats on the road, some long old schleps on the road as well, leading to some disappointing results. But we bounced back with a massive win in the FA Cup against a team, in a higher division. What was the week like building up to that? What was the gaffer like? Because he's talked about doing a bit of soul searching, about having tough conversations with people. Yeah. How do you recover from setback?
Listen, losses hurt. Like regardless of how much you lose by or who you play against, losing hurts. But I think the key is like. I understand the frustration around losing 2 games, and sometimes people can get a little bit carried away. Oh, is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? But in house, we have a really strong group, mentally and physically. So we know we can rally together and win a game. It doesn't really matter. It's a long season, and 2 games doesn't define a whole season. So as you've seen, like we've got the capabilities to come back, and on Saturday you've seen that, and that's the qualities we have in the group, and it's never really a worry between it. Yes, like there's some things that might need to be addressed, but overall it's nothing to worry about.
We're just checking this out. I think we're okay sound-wise, aren't we?
Okay.
Was it important to bounce back? Obviously you try not to lose 2 games on a bounce naturally, but was it important on Saturday to bounce back, just to reaffirm that 2 games doesn't define a season? Was it really important?
Exactly, yeah. And also like it's good to have a cup game in there, maybe like a little break from the league, and then we can regroup. And obviously, as you've seen, we have a fantastic win on the weekend in the FA Cup, and now we get back to the league, and off the back of hopefully 2 wins.
I think I don't know how close we are to letting Jono go, but can you hear me okay, Spike? Swap mic, yeah. Can you hear me okay now? I think I don't know how long we've got left with Jono.
About 5 minutes.
Oh, we've got 5 minutes with Jono. Jono, do you want to stick around for 5 minutes?
Jono's so relaxed he'll be all game.
However long you need me.
I'm also obviously very concerned that we're ebbing closer towards kickoff.
Yeah, we're about
14 minutes away. How do you get yourself going for a game like this? Because this competition has taken a lot of flack, hasn't it? And a lot of people don't like playing in it. A lot of people don't like watching it, and it's going to struggle as they continue to allow under 21 sides into the competition. But how do you guys get yourself going for it?
To be honest, I think there's many benefits to games like this. Like lads coming back from injury. There's lads that need minutes. There's a competition to win. Like there's numerous reasons for why this game's important, and I think in there I won't lie to you, they're motivated, and you can see in the team that we've put out, we want to win the game and go as far as we can in the competition.
Wembley would be nice, wouldn't it?
Exactly. Nice little Wembley trip.
I asked a question for Jono, and you got a question yourself. Obviously, Gary Fletcher.
Well, I'm still on the come down, Gary, mate. That was quite the game.
How would you deal with VAR? I was watching it last night, and the first thing I thought was, how do you keep yourself not motivated, but keep yourself switched on. It's like 4 or 5 minute gaps. I know you haven't dealt with VAR, but how would you? That must be a nightmare. Surely.
You're not thankful that it's not.
VAR in League 2. I think there'll be a lot more red cards than there was yesterday.
Yeah, it probably would be.
Mate, watch. What would happen is Joe Lewis's shorts will play offside or onside, and we get in trouble. We concede a goal or something like that. But I mean, it's caused a lot of issues in the Premier League. But it not being in the EFL, I think, just makes it just that little bit better of a competition. It makes it a bit more purer and a bit more original.
I've seen the Tottenham manager talk about it after, and he said about the difficulty it is for the refs, and I agree. Like, it's almost like they're taking away their responsibility, because every decision has to get checked and double checked, and they've got a decision to make. Then they've got to wait for someone else to make a decision up the stairs. It's difficult. So.
It's when they're checking multiple decisions. You're checking an offside, a penalty decision. Yeah. It's like, well, cleared that one.
It's confusion.
Yeah, and it must be confusing. Obviously, I've not been at a game with VAR. What's it like in the actual ground in terms of communication?
Yeah, it's really bad.
You celebrate twice, don't you?
Really. It takes away the original, sort of the back of the net moment. Yeah, if you like.
You look a bit of an idiot, don't you? You celebrate and it's offside.
We were talking about it yesterday on the radio, saying in about 20 years' time, there are going to be commentary moments of goals that maybe